Good morning.
Morning.
Okay. Hi, guys.
Hello, Mrs. Bomber.
How's it going?
Hello. Thumbs up over here. Good.
Great. Okay, looks like you're all here. You guys are so awesome. Okay, we're going to check our homework first on page 405. Oh, those were the problem solving. Okay. Page 405, you guys had numbers 4 and 5 to finish up those problem solving. Okay, which would have like more than one step to do them. So they get to be a little bit tricky. Number 4, Irfan. So it's 10 3/5 miles from Alston to Barton and 12.5 from Barton to Chester. There's more. The distance from Alston to Durban via Barton and Chester is 35. How far is it from Chester to Durban? What did you get for your final answer, Irfan? You have to unmute yourself first.
This one was really hard. I picked 11 1/10.
That's really close. Bernadette.
Oh, 9/10. 9/10.
Okay. Bernadette, can you unmute and tell me if you agree with Irfan?
So I got 13 and 11/10 miles.
Okay, so Irfan, you have 11 and 9/10 miles.
Yes.
And Bernadette, you have 13 and
11/10.
11/10 miles. Okay. Well,
I got the same thing as Irfan.
You did? All right, so let me see what we have to do. So first we have to add those two numbers together, 10 and 3/5 and 12.5. Okay. So we'll add those together. 10 and 3/5 plus 12.5. Okay. And then I'm like, oh, darn, I can't add those together because they don't have a common denominator. So I have to give them one. I'm going to choose 10. So that will be 10 and 6/10 plus 12 and 5/10. Okay, which gives me 22 and 11/10. But 11/10 is 1 and 1/10. So I add that on and I really have 23 and 1/10. Okay. I have to subtract that from 35. Okay. So now I have 35 minus 23 and 1/10. So I can't take 1/10 away from nothing. So I borrow and make that 34. And I'm borrowing 1, which is 10/10. And now I subtract 10/10 minus 1/10 is 9/10. And 34 minus 23 is 11. So I'm getting 11 and 9/10 miles. I think that's the same as you, Irfan. Okay?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay. All right, so Bernadette, kind of look through there and see if you can find your mistake with that one. Okay. Number 5, Marcy bought a 50-foot roll of packing tape. She used 2 8 and 5 6-foot lengths. How much tape is left on the roll? Jack, what did you get for that one? You just have to unmute first, Jack.
For number 5.
Yes.
All right. I got Got 17 and 2/3.
17 and 2/3. Okay. Did you subtract that then from 50?
Yeah.
Okay. And what did you get when you subtracted it from 50?
When I subtracted it from 50. Oh, I see what I did. I don't think I even subtracted it. I think I just got the 17 and 2/3, which is what 8 plus 8 and 5 6 plus 8 and 5 6 was, and I was like, okay, I'm done. What?
Okay.
Give me like half a minute.
Okay, so I see what Jack said. He added up. He was like, okay, they said 2 rolls of packing tape. So he added it up, and it ended up being 17 and 4/6, or 17 and 2/3. Okay, so he was here. And then he said he stopped. Okay, but they want to know how much is left on the roll. So this is how much you used.
I finished.
All right,
I
so
finished.
to subtract.
I think this is the correct answer. 32 and 1/3.
Yes, good. All right. Good. All right. So he subtracted the 17 and 2/3 from 50. Okay. He had to borrow and make 50 49. And since he borrowed 1, that was 3/3. So 3/3 minus 2/3 is 1/3. And 9 minus 7 is 2. 4 minus 1 is 3. That's how he did it. Okay.
I got 32 and 2/6.
Okay, and you just have to reduce the 2/6, Irfan. So that 2/6 is correct, but since we put fractions in lowest terms, we would divide both the 2 and the 6 by 2 and make it 1/3. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Good work on those, guys. Those ones are a little bit tricky. This is the worst thing you're going to have to do with fractions, I promise. All right. Next page, maybe 1 and 2. Not sure what they were like. Let me have Pia do number 1. Tell me what you got for number 1.
For number 1, I got 11/24.
Very good. So you had to add those two together? Come up with a common denominator of 24?
I just subtracted and then subtracted again instead of adding and subtracting, but.
Oh, okay. Okay, yep, you could do that either way. You could add them together and then subtract. Or, yeah, you could subtract. I'm going to kind of write this one down on the whiteboard also, just in case anyone wants to see how to do this. Okay, Paula spent 3/8 of her allowance on clothes and 1/6 on entertainment. What fraction did she spend on other items? So they're not asking you like just to add those together. They want to kind of know how much she had left. So you have to add 3/8 and 1/6 together. All right. You can't add those together because they have different denominators. So we're going to give them the denominator 24. And that is 13/24. So maybe you got that for your answer, 13/24, and you stopped there. But it doesn't say how much did she spend on clothes and entertainment. It said other items. How do I figure out how much she spent on other stuff? So she spent 13/24 on other items. You have to think of the whole total that she spent as one, like as one whole. So you're going to take 24/24 because that equals one whole and subtract 13/24. And you'll get 11/24. Okay, same thing Pia got. What Pia was telling us was she gave it the denominator of 24 to start with, and she did 24/24 minus 9/24 and had 15/24 left, and then she subtracted the 4/24 and still got 11. Either way works.
I have a way that I did it that's like a bit easier than that.
Uh-huh. What did you do,
I
Grace?
did 9 24ths plus 4 24ths, and really I just added 9 plus 4, which is 13, and then I just subtracted 24 minus 13 equals 11 because 24 24ths was the whole allowance.
Right.
So I just kind of wrote it in like 2 easy steps.
Good. Yeah, I think you kind of did it like this, but like all the while in your head, you were saying, I know that 24 goes on the bottom of that, so I don't have to keep writing it. Okay?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, number 2's probably has a couple steps also. Delilah bought a tree seedling that was 2 1/4 feet. During the first year, it grew 1 1/6. After 2 years, it was 5 feet tall. How much did it grow during the second year? So again, you have to add the first 2 and subtract from 5. Let me see who else I have here. Alex, tell me what you got for number 2.
I skipped number 2.
Why'd you skip that one?
I guess I just didn't see it.
Really? Your dad got you the glasses, right?
I'm not wearing the glasses.
Oh, okay. Lily, what did you get for number 2?
Oh, he should be wearing glasses more. You realize that?
Yeah, I probably should.
For number 2?
Yes, Lily.
For number 2, I got 1 4/12 foot.
That's really close. That's close, but let me just go through. We're going to add the first 2 together. When you add them together, you'll get 3 5/12. Okay, Alex, are you okay with adding those together, right? Giving them the common denominator and adding them? Okay,
Yeah.
so now we have to subtract that from 5. Okay, so we're going to say 5 minus 3 5/12. Okay, I can't take 5/12 away from nothing, so I have to borrow. The 5 becomes a 4, and I make it 12/12 because we borrowed 1 whole, which is 12/12. Okay, so here's where it's, Lily, 12 minus 5 right there would be 7/12, and 4 minus 3 is 1. So your final answer should be 1 7/12 feet.
Yeah, I made that 1/5.
1/5. Oh, okay. All right. Let's look at number 3. This is like review things. How would you write 100,000 using exponents? Grant, what did you get for number 3?
I got 10 to the 5th.
Good job. 10 to the 5th power. Good. Number 4, what expression could be used for estimating? So if we were going to estimate this nicely, what compatible or numbers that would get along, what would we use? Bernadette, what would you use for number 4?
I did 900 and divided, 900 divided, 30 divided into 900.
Yeah, or like the way you were saying it first, 90 divided by 30. Good.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Number 5, how much change? So this is just subtraction. Irfan, what did you get for number 5? You're muted, Irfan. Okay.
I'm not
There
really
you
sure
are.
because I didn't finish answering it. I can
You didn't.
I can answer it. Just give me a second.
All right, I'll come back to you. I'll go to number 6 and then I'll come back. Okay, Irfan?
Okay.
Number 6, Jack. What do you got for 6?
13.
Good. Okay.
So then what would be our
Well, hang on.
homework?
Okay. We're actually going to move on to the next section. On your Google Classroom, I posted a video to help you with this section. It actually is going to walk you through pages 407 and 408. But I want to do a couple of the problems at the top of page 409 so that I can give you some instruction. And then I want you to watch the video to help you fill in pages 407 and 408. Okay? So when you go to your Google.
Mrs. Palmer, what was number 5?
Oh, we're going to go back to Irfan for it.
Oh.
Okay. Irfan, did you get number 5? Are you ready?
Yeah, I got 14. Yeah, I got 14.43.
Okay, 13. You should have borrowed and then had 13, Irfan.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, $13.43 is number 5. Okay. But so for right now, I want you to go all the way to page 409. All right, but what I was telling you to do is today, like sometime after class, when you don't have another class, go to your Google Classroom for math, and there's a video that will do pages 407 and 408 with you. Okay, and I'm going to do page 409.
Wait, I have a question on number 5.
Okay.
If I borrow from the 2, and then I make the 2 a 1, right? And then I make the 0 a 10. And then 6 minus 10 will be 4, right? And then I get 14.43, right?
All right, well, I'm going to just start it like this. This is the way Mrs. Palmer does it. I can't take 7 away from nothing. So I borrow from 200 and make it 199. I go all the way over there. And this becomes 10. So 10 minus 7 is 3. 9 minus 5 is 4. Decimal point. 9 minus 6 is 3. And then just bring down my 1. So like that. Okay? All right, guys. On page 409, we're using the properties of addition to help us solve problems with fraction. Those properties that we're going to be using are the commutative property and the associative property. Okay, we talked about them before. We don't want to forget about them because we're going to keep using them next year and the year after. Okay? Commutative is when we change the order. So when I'm adding things, I'm allowed to change the order they're in. It doesn't change anything. Associative is when I change the grouping. I move my parentheses around. So if my problem is all addition, I'm allowed to move parentheses around, and that doesn't change anything either. All right? So sometimes I can use these properties to make what I'm doing easier. So on page 409, look at number 1. And you have 2 5/8 plus 5/6 in parentheses plus 1 1/8. Okay. Now, it's not going to be like super easy to add them this way in this order. So I'm going to go ahead and take this 1 1/8. I'm going to switch it around with the number in front of it. So inside my parentheses, I'm going to have 2 5/8 plus 1 1/8. And then I'm going to have plus 5/6 on the outside. So I want you to write that down under your problem. All right. So you flip-flopped 5/6 and 1 1/8.
So where is this?
This is on page 409, number 1.
Okay.
Okay. So you flip-flopped those numbers, 5/6 and 1 1/8. And now that's going to make it easy to add what is inside my parentheses. I always do what's in parentheses first. So that's going to be now 3 6/8 plus 5/6. Now I can add those together, but they don't have a common denominator, so I'm going to turn them into 24ths. Okay. So I'm going to make it 3 and 18/24 plus 20/24. I'm going to add that together. And I have 3 and 38/24. Okay, now 38/24, that's an improper fraction. So 38/24 is the same thing as 1 and 14/24. So I really have 4 and 14/24. I have that as my final answer. Should I leave it like that? No, because we never leave fractions if they're not in simplest form. So I'm just going to reduce that to 4 and 7/12. Okay, and that is just not a hard math problem, but we have a lot of steps. Okay, so what I want you to do for homework is watch the video. The video is really going to help you. The video is going to walk you through pages 407 and 408. You can do your 2 pages along with that video. And then I want you to finish page 409. So your homework is page 409. Okay, so your homework is watch the video. Watch the video, do pages 407 and 408, and then you'll do 409 for homework.
Okay.
Okay, but are you saying like what? Are you saying 407, 408, and 409 are going to be our homework?
Yeah, well, 407 and 408, it's sort of like class. Okay, just think of it as an extension of the class that we're doing today.
Okay.
Right, because I only get to see you for like 25 minutes. So it'll be like maybe another 15 minutes of class where it's instructing you on how to do this. And then I want you to do page 409.
Okay, but also, are there any questions on 407, 408 that we shouldn't do?
No, you can just go right along with it. I watched the video and I went along with it yesterday, and everything will be okay. Okay?
Thank you.
You are welcome. Have a good day, guys.
You too.
Bye.
Happy April Fools.
Happy April Fools. Bye-bye.
Josh, Jack. Goodbye.